Hi, in this video, I would like to help those who are just starting to crochet. And I thought I would like to show you this. Miracle, how to do it, how to learn crocheting. We will start from the beginning. The formation of the loops and the chain row. Let's start with what I'm going to use, a relatively thick yarn, so that it is clearly visible what I am going to make, and a 4mm crochet hook for this yarn. The crochet hook must always be determined by the number of available versions of the crochet hook. There are several versions of crochet hook. There are 2.5, 3, 4, 5, and there are several types of it. For example, this is my favorite. This is a bamboo crochet hook. It's very good because it absorbs moisture from the hand very well. But there are also quite thick. This is Teflon. It slides quite well. These are the aluminum crochet hooks, which I still really like to use. These are also very good to use. I will put the link to these under the video. Let's start with how I made my first chain. I will start with a crochet hook. The crochet hook can be made in several versions. There is the version when I put my two fingers together. I put the crochet hook under the yarn or with my thumb. Between my two fingers, I just roll it on my two fingers. Then I put it behind, not in front, but behind the yarn. I slide it in from below, pull it down, and simply pull it on the yarn, and so the first loop is ready. I'll show you again. The smaller half, this part is always half. The other half is behind. I'm going to push it away. The smaller half, the longer half, I'm going to push it away. I put my two fingers together. I roll it on my two fingers, and the crochet hook is down from below. I put it in, and when I pull it out, I just turn it up. The crochet hook is already up here. Then I just pull it on. The second version is basically same. I just use one finger for it. I do it as if I wanted to make a bunch. I put the crochet hook on it, but I don't really put it behind here. It's just a habit. I slide it off my finger. The point is that this cross here will put it together anyway. It doesn't fall apart here. It is important that the yarn is knit behind, not below, but above it. And I just go into this little hole, and I just pull it under the yarn. And I can pull the longer end. And with the longer end, we have a bunch. And the third version, I just don't roll it on my finger. I just grab it and make a bunch like this. That's it. And just like before, I pull it in and pull it through. I know these three versions. There are certainly a lot of completely new versions, but I haven't heard or seen them in the video yet. Usually everyone makes a bunch like this. What do we have to do after the yarns to move on? First of all, I made the first yarn. I pull it on the yarn. The point is very important that the yarns, if you look at them, have a different thicknesses. Here on this side, this is the thickest, is where we usually grab the crochet yarn. Then if I go down this way, this part is usually the same shape. And here, where it slides off there, this part is only thinned again. This is because if I accidentally pull the yarn too tightly, then I will not be able to pull the next yarn on it. If I pull it down here, I can spread it back a little bit. With this small part, the smaller one, I can always spread the strength of the yarns. Now I usually pull my first yarn so that the yarn can slide easily. That's why these aluminum and Teflon yarns are good, because they slide very well. But there are the Samiones, for example. It's made of a completely wrinkled bamboo. Now, because it's wood, it won't be able to slide on it so much. We wrinkle it much stronger and tighter. That's why I like these. Now, if I pull it hard like this, although someone is still working very hard in the beginning, then it won't slide so hard or so easily for me. I pull it back a little bit to make it smoother, so you can see that it's pretty smooth. And if I slide my hand on it like this, then it slides very easily. Now, after this, if I'm done with this, I know that this part of the yarn is always in my direction. I won't deal with this anymore. It works completely different from knitting. In knitting, I have to cut the length of the piece of work completely. And the other side of the yarn is completely long. Here, the yarn starts right at the beginning, and there is a relatively short section here, which will be half. Now, after this, I usually wind it on my finger 2 or 3 times on the side where I'm working. If you do it with your left hand, it's the same. Just then with your left hand. We wind the yarn around the pointer again in the same way. I've lost the yarn, but not so much that it's completely tight and cuts the yarn, or cuts the yarn into my fingers, but just enough that if I'm working on it, then it can slip a little from itself on the yarn in my hand. So I'm winding it up. As you can see, it's tight here, but not so tight. And if it's very tight, then it's tight here too. So pay attention to this. If you accidentally over-tighten it, because I've seen this many times with others, that he wants to tighten it so hard that this yarn is very tight. Then this is also over-tightened here. Then you can pull it back a little, like this. And this will help us to lift first chain on this ring, because we have to lift it. Now let's make our first chain. We call this rings. And now we're going to make the first chain. The first chain will look like this. The end of the ring is facing up. This end of the ring, it is worth tightening our finger. That is, tighten it like this. Because with this we help that we can hang the needle on this little piece of yarn. Here in the back you can help. First I put it under, and I lift this little piece of yarn. I show it like this. I lift it with my index finger, helping it to get stuck there. It has to get stuck here in this part. Then after it gets stuck, I start to turn it down with this, given that I can no longer get out of it. Then after it gets stuck like this, then I pull this line a little lower, leaving it here, because here this line is moving. These are here in conjunction. If I pull it, then you can see that this is also changing. So I narrowed it down here. But now I loosen it a little by pulling this down. And this will open the bottom part of the hole. So it will be easier to slip on this piece of yarn. Now I'm going to pull the first thread through. The process is the same. First it goes up. I tighten it. Then I turn it down. And I pull it through nicely and slowly. Let's do one more. Up, down, and pull through. I'll show you this more closely. One more time. The thread goes up. I put it in. I turn it down. Then I start pulling it down. And I pull it through the hole. Here, when there is no longer this line, which would help my hole not to be too narrow, so I can solve it here. That I come here with my finger, with my ring finger, all the way here to the hole. And I actually tighten it here so that it can't slip on me. So if I tighten this finger too, but I tighten this here, then you see, it can't slip on me. I leave it a little game, so that it can slip like this. Then I turn it up again, down, and the hole is there, so that it will just slip through. And this is how you basically have to make the chains. It goes up, I turn it down, I pull it through. It goes up, I turn it down, I pull it through. And basically, this is what first chain row looks like, which will give us a beautiful pattern from the front. And the back is such a strange ascending. Well, I don't even know what I'd call it. It's not that pretty, but if we do more of it, then the pattern runs all the way in the middle on the back. That's why it's easy to tell which is the front of our crochet, which is the back, because the back is usually a little bit like this, and the front is a beautiful pattern. Like when we start from 3 posts and we put together a pattern. Then when we start working on it, we're going to go back to this part, and we'll do the next step. Now I'm making a couple of chains up as a practice, so I put it on. I turn it down, I pull it through. I put it on, I turn it down, I pull it through. Like this. This is how our chain will look like. What have we just learned? First of all, making the loops and the chain. If you liked the video, please don't forget to follow because there will be a sequel. Every day at 6 p.m. a new video will be released. I'm going to work on this piece. Plus, I made another piece to see what the actual one will be. And that's why I always continue on this, to see what we're going to learn and what's next. We'll come after each other so that we can completely make our own crochet bases. If you liked it, please like the video and bring it and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you a good study and a very nice creation, the finished creations. If you like, there is a group on Facebook, Crochet Learning Not Only for Beginners. I'm going to make a map there where beginners, or those who are just starting to learn, can upload their work. And so we can monitor and support each other to help each other if we need to improve, then we can give advice. Thank you very much again for watching. Have a nice day.